What are some of the effects of regular marijuana use on the teenage brain?
On the teenage brain and body? Well, on the body, inhaled smoked marijuana negatively affects lung health, similar to inhaling combustible tobacco products that we mentioned earlier, included both smoking and vaping. But admittedly, more evidence needs to be gathered on how marijuana affects lung and how marijuana affects the lungs and the hearts long term. Okay. Now there is good scientific evidence that marijuana is neurotoxic to the teenage brain, and I'll mention again, more severely than in a fully mature adult brain. Marijuana is it's a class 1 drug, meaning at the federal level, it's at the same a level as crack cocaine or methamphetamines, for which there is no medical use. So because of that, it's difficult for investigators, doctors, and scientists to study marijuana. But we know that there's good evidence that it's neurotoxic to the adolescent brain, and they found that out by doing cohort studies. Since you can't take people and put them in an actual experimental study, what we do is you just follow people. You follow them throughout their lives. You compare marijuana users with non-marijuana users. And as of most recently, we have studies about 3,000 people where they just followed young people from an early age until mid to late adolescents who use marijuana, compared them to people who didn't. And they published this data. And what they found out is that adolescents have long-term irreversible, and that's the important word, irreversible cognitive impairment, including disorientation, lower IQ, compared to non-users. And there was also an increased incidence of mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia and psychosis. So again, just from doing the prospective cohort studies long term, we know that marijuana is neurotoxic to the adolescent developing brain, and it is likely irreversible. So they're following up those studies and with longer cohort studies with larger populations. I think there's one undergoing now that's going to involve 10,000 people that they're going to follow, 10,000 young people who are using marijuana against our advice. And they're going to follow them for a longer period of time, from age 8 to 39, I believe. So